The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope to be sharp on the court, too, as they get ready to go to work on the road. He'll be the Nets off the tip. So the Nets starting five. Irving is out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Durant. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Claxton in at the center position. With the regular season just getting started, what's it like for rookies, Greg, who are beginning these new pro careers?
Let me tell you, Kevin, the speed of the pro game is startling. Things are happening so fast, it can take years for the game to slow down.
Here's Simmons after Drew Holiday's score. O'Neal with it. Back to Simmons. Left side, KD. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about the body control Kevin Durant has? My goodness gracious, takes the punishment and makes the shot anyway.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing. And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
Now here's Giannis. Last time out he had 44 points. Yep, that one goes in there.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Durant against Allen. And KD, here we go. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So guys, we'll see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thanks, David. Here is Durant, following the bucket by the Bucks. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. Again, the Nets for 2.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Simmons. Holiday, a rebound by the Nets. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
Well, these two teams will see plenty of each other, as this is the first of 4 contests between them this year.
And the better they know each other, the more competitive they become. Expect this first one to be extremely spirited, with each side trying desperately to send a message early.
Here's Holiday following the basket by Kyrie Irving, and they get it back. Carter outside. Lopez inside. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Simmons against Holiday. Shots good by Simmons.
Man, my goodness, the handle of Ben Simmons, the craftiness to get to his spot.
Unlike a lot of perimeter-oriented teams, GA, offensively, the Bucks can really play inside out.
No doubt, and teams pack in the lane against Milwaukee, but Giannis in particular is a terrific passer, and if you leave a shooter open, he tends to find it.
And so it's Brooklyn with it after the basket by Milwaukee. Irving kicks to KD. The rebound by Holiday.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Outside Irving. It's stolen by Allen. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
Pass to KD. And KD throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And Milwaukee with a whole new lineup now. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Mills is checked in. Now Hill. There's the pass to Norrell. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. 56 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Irving. And it's blocked.
Exceptional defense from Wes Matthews. This is one of the best defenders in the game.
Takes a three. That one misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Portis kicks to Hill. Left block shot on the way. Outside Durant. There's the triple. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Brooklyn ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. Some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. O'Neal is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving, and it's Mills, and it's Claxton in at the 5. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Well, of course, Giannis is the Bucks leader, but it's still Coach Bud who calls the shots. Giannis says, as players, we have to accept Coach's plan. You got to trust. That's the only way it's going to work. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes I'm going to execute the game plan, and sometimes I'm not. Not because I don't want to, but it's just not my day. Kevin, that is very, very good perspective.
Agreed. Thanks, David. Irving against Matthews. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Irving looking for an opening. Trains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, that's just a master of understanding pick and roll and how to develop a quality shot. Such a dangerous guy in those sets.
And it's sent back by KD. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis. In the corner, Irving with it. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Irving passes to KD. And KD throws it down.
That's about positioning and length, and Kevin Durant gets up and is ready for the throwdown.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Holiday left side. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And now in his 14th NBA season, just one All-Star appearance for Jrue Holiday, but that belies his greatness as a player.
You know, Greg, you can make the case Jrue Holiday is the prototypical two-way guard.
You know, and defense can sometimes go overlooked. Just one All-Star game, but Jrue's impact perhaps greater than some other players with multiple All-Star seasons.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And on the way from Irving for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 6 in the quarter. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Nets. Pass to Edwards. Here's Irving. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Irving's got 18 points in the game.
We all understand Kyrie Irving is capable of having huge nights. He is well on his way.
Holiday gets the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Irving. Pass to Mills. In the corner, it's Harris. And the Nets, another 3.
And this is what we call a sniper from the outside. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
Here's Holiday. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Irving passes to Edwards. His 3-pointers off the mark. Bucks trail by 5. Antetokounmpo dishes to Holiday. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Now here's Mills. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Irving passes to Claxton. Rebounded by the Bucks.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Outside Holiday takes the 3. And Irving pulls it down. Nets leading by 3. And the rejection by Giannis. 36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Mills with the rebound. Brooklyn's gotten hot from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Over in the corner, Matthews. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the side. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. And the third quarter soon to follow.
And his performance hard to put into words, especially if you spent the whole first half eating. And we look now at the Milwaukee Bucks. We got a battle out there after one half of play.
They better count their lucky stars. It's this close. All their energies.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Giannis and Lopez hold down the post for him. Holiday out there with Carter. And it's Allen in at the three, the small forward. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Here's Durant. Chops one in from the wing. KD's got 13. Well, we know the NBA has worked to get rid of the hard foul doors, and the league has done a great job of doing that. What has contributed, though, to that line of thinking?
Well, I think any play can be reviewed, Kevin, and that's a good thing, because if it's a non-basketball play, then you open yourself up to a flagrant 2. The punishment is significant enough to discourage the action. I love the rule changes as it relates to this particular infraction.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The Bucks trail. Outside Holiday. Pass to Giannis. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. And Simmons, he's checked in for Patty Mills.
Now in the lineup for the Nets.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Antetokounmpo. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Good advice. David, thanks. And Kevin Durant has talked about the Big 15 for the Nets, but Doris depth has been a concern.
Yes, but Kevin, give Kevin Durant credit because he understands that he cannot win a championship by himself. An organization has got to manage payroll with big contracts and then find bargain role players. It's going to be a key to achieving their goals.
Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite-level company.
Guys, if Ben Simmons can start to make these free throws, I think it opens up a world of opportunity. You don't have to duck the basketball late in game, and if you make a 15-foot jump shot, now you're a real threat.
Hill passes to Nora. Edwards against Portis. The pass to Hill. 5 to shoot. Pulls up. That shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Pass to Sumner. Outside Edwards. And then Durant with the dunk.
Guys, so difficult to disrupt Kevin Durant's rhythm. The release point's so good. He can score from 3 levels. This guy is unstoppable.
Portis finds Ibaka. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Tries from 16. Portis can't get it to go. Nets leading by 6. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Passes to Sumner. Outside, Simmons. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Javon Carter. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And he gets the bucket. Durant's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Pass to Nora. Shot to stop the run. It's not going to go for him. Brooklyn's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Durant, the pass to Sharp. Outside, Simmons. They set the pick. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Portis. The Bucks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Hill kicks to Matthews. Ibaka outside. And there's the pass to Nora. Back to Ibaka. Shot clock at 5. Here's Matthews. Count that bucket.
Well, Wes Matthews navigating through contact, connecting on these shots. That's nice.
Hill against Simmons. And he comes up with the deuce. Simmons got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Nets.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Hill passes to Nora. Portis a screen on KD. Shoots from the right block. Nora, that's good. Nora's got 5 now.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
A 3 from Simmons. Simmons missing again. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Matthews, no one around him. A 3-pointer off the mark. Nets leading by 6. Durant for 3. Kept alive. Sharp, the pass to Sumner. Now the dish to Simmons. Over Hill. Here's Sumner. Off target with his 3. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. Pass to Portis. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution on the court.
Off the inbound pass. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Let's get a stop. Let's play out of motion. Let's run them. Let's play at our pace. Let's go.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Nets leading by 6, 7 to 4 for the Nets. They've got Irving. Joe Harris is out there with O'Neal. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. Here's Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Irving's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nets. Passes it to Lopez. Kicks it to Holiday. Here's Allen. Inside. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 6 points. That one good from Antetokounmpo.
And
I can't think of a higher percentage look than that. Giannis, one of the best ever working inside.
And it's sent back by Lopez. It's Allen on the wing, covered by Irving. Up again, and to Antetokounmpo. It's good on the putback.
You love to see Giannis get aggressive like that, ensuring they convert there with a putback jam.
Screen by O'Neal. The three. And that's good. Kyrie Irving for three. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Allen's shot is off.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
At 6'11", this guy is very difficult to get a quality contest. Ben Simmons does a nice job drawing contact.
And Simmons is an asset in so many ways. Maybe most of all, his defense.
Well, unequivocally, Greg, this guy can guard 1 through 4. And I'm going to say because of the length and the strength he has, in a pinch, he could also guard most 5s. He's terrific on the defensive glass, and he can put a ton of pressure on you in his transition game. Like, this guy is a special talent.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old-school approach still getting it done in this one.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there. They are challenging them and getting it done.
And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Thursday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
Here's Irving, and it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got 4 assists now tonight.
Never expect Ben Simmons to miss a wide-open teammate. What a pass right there.
Pass to Lopez. Giannis outside. Allen against KD. Clock at 6. Carter inside the three-point line. And again, the Bucks miss.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit. Who knows? But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Now the pass to KD. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Really heads-up play by Kyrie Irving. On time and on target pass. We've seen that before.
Doris, let me ask you this. Is Kevin Durant the greatest scoring forward ever?
I think he is, Kevin, but I also think that limits his greatness, because when Kevin Durant is done and you consider the combination of his handle, his shooting, and the size, we've never seen that combination to this level. He will go down as one of the greatest ever, regardless of attribute you're trying to assign to him.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Irving finds Durant. Over Allen. Again, the Nets for 2.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Bucks trail by 11. Lopez a screen. From deep, Antetokounmpo. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Durant inside. Working on Allen. Here's Irving. Lopez with the block.
Just superb timing. Lopez stretches out beautifully to send that back.
Here's Giannis. And Simmons with the rebound. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. KD on the wing. Back to Irving. O'Neal from long range. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
the man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And here's KD for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nets.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for KD.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Carter looking around. Out to Ibaka. Hill has the open look. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Brooklyn leading by 17. And here is Irving. And here's Simmons for three. That one doesn't drop. Milwaukee has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to Hill to the left wing. Here's Nwora. Back to Ibaka. Outside Hill. They can't stop the run with that one. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. KD on the wing. And finished off by KD.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Outside Hill. Fires the three. Drops in the tray.
George Hill is such an accurate shooter in catch-and-shoot situations. He's always ready to let it fly.
And KD throws it down.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, a top-tier matchup. I wonder if you circled this one on the calendar.
Every game is like that for us, especially going forward. We understand what we're trying to accomplish. Little things matter in the big picture, so we want to just come out and just have a consistency on both ends of the floor.
Well, it showed up tonight, man, with a big win, man. I appreciate your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, Kevin Durant.